strategic planning by WWE and ESPN. A lot of people ruffled feathers. Your thoughts on Brock Lesnar returning? Always seemingly, if there's a John Cena leaving a match, there's always going to be a returning Brock Lesnar to F5 him to start a storyline. Word on the street is John Cena wanted to face Brock Lesnar one more time. So I guess to hell with the lawsuit, to hell with whatever was going on.
Yeah.
Selective, whatever. Like that.
Selective.
Is there no such thing as consequence in life anymore? Like you just, I mean, for all that, it's a joke. It's everything. Don't talk to me about lawsuits. Don't talk to me about morals. Don't talk to me about sensibility. All you care about is money. All you care about is pushing your agenda. Don't talk to me about that. Just tell us you don't care. Yeah, Brock Lesnar was part of this terrible thing that supposedly happened, and we swept him under the rug for the last several months. But hey, John Cena's retiring, and we're going to ESPN, and Brock Lesnar is a universally known name to people who are outside of WWE because of his UFC connects. Everybody knows who Brock Lesnar is. He's like Hulk Hogan. Not everybody may not know who Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins is, like mainstream wise, but everybody knows who Brock Lesnar is. And so it just feels gross, like that he just showed up and at the day before or 2 days before this huge the landscape altering decision has been made. It just feels weird. What do you guys think about that?
Oh, it's definitely planned, and I think they had it in mind, and we talked about it on our show last night. It's just the guy that you never want to see. Every time he comes back, you don't like. You either love it because you're a wrestling fan, or you're just like, not this guy again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no. It's just like when he comes back, like when he came back at Money in the Bank, I think it was 2019. Did I ask for this? Did I really ask for this? No, I didn't. You know what I mean? Like, I'm literally in my living room right here with my daughter, and like we're about to turn it off. John Cena having a swan touch. She's crying. I really wanted John to win. He was really good. He was doing good. I said, I know, babe. But then I heard, and I heard the music, and I was just like, I don't know what's worse, that or Goldberg coming back as a wrestler. I didn't know which one I wanted least. Which one did I not ask for more? That one or Goldberg? But it's like, yeah, like all of a sudden those text messages came back to life. Those screenshots started to resurface. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden, right? It's just, I just don't want him here. I don't want to see it. I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Like, I'm not interested. I'm not invested. Like, I said it last night, and I think Stacey was laughing. It's like, how long are you here for? Sleep over there. When you're done, fold your blanket up and get out of my house. That's it. Like, just go. Because that's what you do. You
Brian Williams says, let's bring back all the criminals. Vince has opened the door for his return. But I mean, he's saying that, but he's right though. Like, what's the line? You know what I mean?
There's no line.
There is no line.
Right. So Stacey, like,
there's no such thing as bad publicity, right?
Right.
That's right.
Well, here's the problem, right? Caitlin Clark is not the best player in the WNBA, but she's the biggest star.
Absolutely.
She's a superstar. Brock Lesnar is a superstar. So it doesn't matter what, superstars get special treatment. Special people get special treatment. That's in every facet of life. Brock Lesnar, did you hear the people? Like, they didn't care. Like, they're just like that reaction that he got was not the Hulk Hogan reaction. He got the reaction of a star. And at the end of the day, Nick Khan and Triple H and whoever benefits from this deal, that's what they care about. All it does is vindicate and validate the decision to bring him back when he gets a reaction like he gets.
Sure.
Now, it was SummerSlam. It's a different crowd than Toledo. So let's see what happens when he goes to like a normal crowd rather than a Big Four pay-per-view or PLE. Let's see what happens when he goes to a regular city. Will he get that kind of same reaction with a bunch of regular people? Probably, right? Yeah, because he's Brock Lesnar, and that's the point. So I don't know, man. Like, I just I don't know what to think of it. I'm a Brock Lesnar fan. I like him again, but I'm with you. How many times do we need to see Brock Lesnar return to do what? It's just he's not going to be there for a long time. This is not a CM Punk situation because CM Punk had stuff to prove. Brock has nothing to prove. There's no, just like Goldberg, there's no reason for you to continue to come back other than to collect checks. And people are going to see through it, to me. I don't know how you guys think about that.
Yeah, he's not a lifer. He's never been. Like, when he first came up, he was the next big thing and abruptly left after WrestleMania 20 because he wanted to do other things. Mm-hmm. He's not. I feel like there's guys like CM Punk that's their love. That's like Randy Orton. They love this. John Cena loves this. Brock Lesnar loves the paycheck. He loves the payday. That's how I feel about him. So why do I care when he comes back? You know what I mean? Like, 5 F5s on John Cena, bloodies him up, and then, all right, where's my check? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What I always remember is him after the WrestleMania with Roman Reigns and throwing the belt at Vince. That's who I think he is.
This better end with a WrestleMania of Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns fighting for the rights to Paul Heyman. That's all I want out of this.
That would be awesome.
Whoever wins gets Paul Heyman, and that's the end of that.
I think by then we moved on. By then he'll be with Seth and Breaker, or more so Breaker by then. So.
Braun, he'll be with Braun Breaker, right?
Because
Fatal Five Way.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
crazy. I was telling the guys last night, I have an 11-year-old that was ecstatic when he came back. I was out of town and I called home on FaceTime and my 11-year-old's doing cartwheels in the background because he doesn't know, right? Yeah. He's just a fan. So I think he is indicative of the fair weather fan that just loves a good surprise. I think that's the reality is there was a level of shock when he did come because those of us that know didn't think we would see him come back. Right. And you've seen it on socials every time there's a PLE, somebody on social says Brock may come back this time. And we're always like, no, he's not. So when he did, I think there was a lot of shock value to it. But the reality is there is different levels of fans, just like sports. And the thing I would say is we let some pretty schmarmy people play football, play basketball, play all the things. So, and even after it comes out that they've done ABCDQRS, they might disappear for a little bit, but then they come right back. Yeah. So the WWE standard is set because we are a fickle society anyway. We are willing to be mad only as far as till we are no longer entertained, and then we want our entertainment back. Mm-hmm. So in this situation, I didn't like him as a wrestler. So even previous to him making terrible life choices, I didn't care for him beforehand. I never thought he was a wrestler. He was a go and blow kind of guy. He came in for the check. And I would even say, as much as I dislike Logan Paul, at least Logan Paul feels like he has more of an invested interest in what he's doing than I ever have seen Brock do. You know how I feel. I agree with you. I agree with you. But the reality is we know why.
One show not mention Logan Paul.
And I had to because I wanted to get your reaction.
I know you do guys do it.
But the reality is we're only as mad as our fickleness is. So there's some outrage. There's some people that are upset right now that when we see Brock come back Friday night, less people will be mad. And the first time we see him on a PLE and we see the wrestling, there'll be more people who are like, oh, I'm glad he's back. And that's just the reality because that's how fans are. And there are few fans in any sport or any sports entertainment that hold on to their compass when it comes to their heroes that have fallen or the people that they love or hate. And that's the reality with who we are. So, I didn't want him to come back because I didn't think he was a great wrestler, but we've got the added layer of the things that he has allegations for. And as I told the guys last night, if we were in a regular work setting, if you were accused of what he was accused of, you would get put on leave of absence, right? Paid leave of absence pending the investigation. They're not going to bring you back because you may make the people around you feel some kind of way because we don't know if it happened or not. But if it did, we can't run the risk of first it either happening again or there being collateral damage. Clearly, that's not the case here. And I had said last night, my concern was for the female wrestlers that didn't know he was coming, that had no idea he was there, that then he walks out and they felt some way about it, that they are in a work environment that maybe don't feel comfortable right now. So the only saving grace could be is that maybe he's here temporarily long enough for them to go to Clash in Paris or the next one, and we get a Brock Cena tussle. Great. Go away. Bye. Sell a couple shirts for a month.
Because I don't know. Like,
go.
I feel like, I don't know. Like the way that Vince has always run WWE is like, I'll bring you back if I can make money off you, and that's kind of what's happening with Brock. Like, can I make more money than I would lose bringing him back? Like,
sure.
You know what I mean? Like, is the juice worth the squeeze? Like, that's how I always say any sport, like anybody that has been in trouble with the law or something, like, can I make money off you? And you can make more money than you would lose. Like, he would bring more money at the gate than people would say, oh, I'm canceling my Netflix. I don't want to watch this anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, why wouldn't they bring him back? Vince has brought back Hogan when they had so much trouble, so much history, and so much beef. He brought back Bret Hart after he basically watched his brother die and did, what the show on. And Bret Hart came, you know what I mean? Like, after all that they went through. So, like, am I surprised that Brock came back? No. Did I want him back? No. Am I happy that he's back? No. Can I really just wait this out? Yes.
Yeah. And for every fan that's not happy, there are fans that are scrambling to the Fanatic shop to buy a shirt to see what else they can get on. And they're going to.
He has 3 shirts. He has 3 shirts on WWE shop. They're all sold out already.
Of course they are. And I'm sure they sold out the first weekend.
The response online, his return has already garnered 75 million impressions, which is the most in and here's the thing. So you'll get the people that'll say, well, the updated lawsuit, Brock Lesnar's name is taken out of it. He's cleared of any wrongdoing. He's not part of the lawsuit, and he hasn't been in trouble. I think I don't know if I buy that completely. No. Your name was brought up for a reason. Yes. We didn't pick you out of nowhere. Can we substantiate any of it? Can the person who is filing the lawsuit substantiate it? I don't know. But the truth of the matter is you're not in the lawsuit. So there's nothing to be punished for because you didn't technically do anything. Fine. All right. So what's the other problem? Stacey, you brought it up. Do the women in WWE feel safe and supported? I think ever since Vince has gone and a lot of Vince's buddies, John Laurinaitis and such, are now removed and Triple H and Stephanie are in charge, I think the women are in a much better place.
Absolutely.
Making way more money. Legit. Rhea Ripley is a legit star. Like,
she's the biggest star in WWE, arguably.
Biggest.
Maybe top 5 at least.
And she's, if you didn't know, Jerm, she says my name.
Does she?
Yeah. Because her dog's name is Barry. So
I'm glad you get to live in that fantasy.
I get to live in that fantasy world, and everybody knows I am Mr. Ripley on Wednesdays.
That's right.
I do love her so much.
Well, I'm gonna see if she can get a dog named Jerm and see if she can get a dog named Jerm and make that happen.
Exactly. Right.
So, Stacey, to your point, if women feel safe under Triple H, and if they trust Triple H, which I think they do, I think they'll be okay with this. This doesn't mean that Brock Lesnar gets to roam the halls and be in catering and do he can come in, do his program or do whatever he's there to do, start the show, talk shit, leave the arena. There's ways they can make the women feel safe, but I think not that I'm not disagreeing with you, but what I'm saying is this wouldn't have happened. I think Triple H has the wherewithal to talk to at least the women leaders of the locker room and say, hey, just letting y'all know this is what's happening. What can we do to make you feel safer? Do you want us to make sure you avoid Brock at all costs? Mm-hmm. Maybe they don't care. Maybe I haven't seen anybody on Twitter or some woman in WWE talk shit. But
they're not going to do that.
And they're not going to do that. But
they're not going to do that.
I don't know. Like there's been things that people have said in the past, speaking out against things they don't like, whether that's storyline wise or people coming back wise or, just certain aspects of the business, even referring to different companies. So maybe Brock Lesnar is just blacklisted from being, hey, you can't say nothing about Brock, whatever. But I think Triple H has garnered enough goodwill within that the women's locker room to have that conversation and to respect if they feel uncomfortable. Well, we're still going to do it, but we're gonna make sure that Brock has no contact with you guys throughout the building. He's going to go to his room. Where the people that need to talk to him will go talk to him. He's going to go out and do his thing, and you'll never have to interact with him or whatever. And again, we don't know. There could have been a huge team meeting, and he was out there talking, and everybody hugged and sang it out, and maybe that could have happened, or none of that could have happened. Everybody could have said "fuck off." But the reality is, Brock Lesnar makes business sense for WWE, especially doing this type of move. With ESPN, because when Brock was away from WWE, he was all over ESPN because of UFC. Again, a TKO connection. So I hear you. I get it. And I'm not disagreeing with you, but I think I think WWE is just going to keep it going, and they're going to use Brock Lesnar just as much as he's using them. He's getting a paycheck, and they're using his publicity.
It's a different time,
and it's a different time. Yeah, but I think
it's a different time now.
I think the women will be fine overall. They have their own pay-per-views now. Like they have their own, they're making real money. They're making money off merch. They don't have to be doing broad panty matches no more. Like that's legit. Like shout out to Triple H for making that happen. And that's a good thing. I think Stacey's frozen in shock.
It's in shock, right? But no, I agree with you, because it's like, to see where the women were then till now, it's a different time. It's a different locker room, right? It's not that good old boys kind of locker room where you kind of, you have that I don't know if it's a high school mentality, you can kind of say, in the locker room. Like it's different now. Like I've been in catering, you know what I mean? I've seen it from then, almost 20 years ago till now. It's different. It's a lot different. Do I think Brock was a predator? I don't think so. So I don't think the women have anything to be worried about, and I don't think that would be tolerated right now. Yeah. I really don't think.
Yeah, Triple H ain't playing that shit these days.
No, absolutely not.
Especially now with all of the political and the obviously with the deal with ESPN and a lot of the political things that he's involved in, involved the business dealings he's involved in. He's well aware, especially with his wife. His wife ain't playing that shit either. Like it's like Stephanie walked away from the company when her dad was there for some of the stuff that he was doing. So there's not a chance, like those concerns that people have, like Stacey was having, are valid, and the people that I see on the internet are valid. But you either trust Triple H and you trust the current WWE power structure, or you don't. And I think all those conversations happened before Brock Lesnar stepped foot into SummerSlam. So
absolutely.
I don't know. After watching Unreal, I think you saw that there are certain things when they have to have the ability to have a surprise. But they're going to have to keep it completely under wraps. And that was the conversation a lot on Monday anyway, when there was talk about him, that there was not. And I'm sure when we see the next season of Unreal, and if it is about SummerSlam, they're going to say the same thing, that they had to keep it absolutely as under wraps as they possibly could. So I don't see those pre-conversations happening. I definitely see a post-conversation happening after the fact. But given the need for the shock value, which is the whole point. Right. That's the whole point, is that everyone is super surprised. You get the likes, you get, to your point, you said it's been seen 17 million times, something like that, whatever.
75 million times.
75 million. So the reality is you don't get that shock value if anybody besides the need to know people find out beforehand. Because there's always
Punk's return was the same way.
There's always someone willing to leak.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I don't think there were pre-conversations, but to your point, I think it's a safe environment. I think they've cultivated a beautiful relationship with the women. Allegations of this type of assault still always come with a question.
Yeah.
No matter how safe an environment you make, there's still always going to be a doubt, right? Is absolutely innocent until proven guilty. We also know that in this environment previously, because I think that Stephanie and Paul have really worked hard to make it a much safer environment, a much greater environment, a pro-women environment, everything.
Yeah.
When you bring back something related, there's still always going to be a hesitation or a question. Maybe not across the board to fans, because again, we talked about that, fickle fans, but when there's always going to be a maybe a double look or a maybe I shouldn't go over there, or I'm going to say hi or whatever. And that's the reality. That's what happens with this kind of an allegation, especially in a public environment like this.